Hi, dear students. Good morning. Uh, now, today we will discuss the remaining data types of a Python. We have already discussed some built-in and basic data types like the numbers, booleans, and the strings. There are more well-defined, and the Python defines data types. Also, we can call these are the somehow these are the data structures we will discuss today. Uh, these data types are the list, tuple, set, and the dictionary. So these all data types are falls under the category of the sequence. So what is a sequence? A sequence is also a data type that represents some group of the elements. The purpose of these sequences is to store and process the group of elements in the various ways. In Pythons, there are strings, we can array, list, tuples, dictionaries, and there are a much more data types. These are the important sequence data types. In other programmings, we also call these data types are the data structures. So we start with the list. A list is similar to an array. We already discussed about the array. So that consists a group of elements or the items. The difference between the array and list is the array can store only one type of elements, like either the integer, like the float, whereas a list can store the different and multiple types of elements in a single list. To create a list as putting the different comma separated value between the square bracket. So we have to use the square bracket to store the list. The examples as we have seen here that just create a student variable, and the 556 as an integer, then MOTHI is a string, then 84 is an integer. So it is the various different data types can be stored in a student list. To create an empty list without any elements, we have to simply write the square brackets as this students and just put a square bracket in and assign this. How to accessing the values of the list? We have to use the square bracket for slicing along with the index or indices to obtain the value at that index. So how there are two types of indexing we can use here. The negative indexing. The negative indexing, so these elements will be referred by the index -1. This will be referred by -2, -3, as so on. And if we start from the so there are two, left to right and right to left. So if the positive indexing will be start, it is equivalent to the array that it is the 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So either way we can access the elements. We can refer either the -1 or a -6, -7, -0 as your choice. Uh, this is the some program and their outputs. So the first output is this is the a variable of a list, and we just initialize with a list, and we directly print the students. It will print as it is that we have initialized the student. We can print the student at the index 0. Uh, it will print the zeroth element. So it will print 556. It is the wrong. I think this is the first element. Print students 0 to 2. So it will print the first and the second element. That means this is at the 0 index and Mothi at the first index. So 0 and first will be printed. Uh, this statement print the starting from the 2 to the end. So 0, 1, 2. So it will start from the 84 to 84. Uh, this will print the starting from 0 to ending at the 3. So 0, 1 and 2 will be printed. This will printed the whole list, all the elements. And print students, this is the another negative indexing. The negative indexing will be the last element, it will be print. And it will print in the at the reverse order from the -1 to -7, and it will not print the last the first element. So this is the way we can also use the range function. We also consider this range function in the for and while for loop, and also we used in the array. So range function used to print at the list of various integer values. The syntax of range function is a range, start and end, and we can also optionally use the steps. How to we can move forward and increment. So this is the steps optionally we can use. As we have seen in example, here we can see the range 5, that means we can print in the list 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Range 1 to 5, that means 1, 2, 3, 4. That means only 4 elements will be. Range 5 to 1, it will print, it will create a empty list, because 5 to 1 is a start with the 5. So definitely range will only print, then we can increment somehow. That means the default the step is at the 1. So 1 plus 1 2 1 2 plus 1 3 3 plus 1. Here we can cannot the ending parameters is not satisfied here, so it will create an empty list. Here the range 5 to 1. So if we take a step, which is step, this is the step. So if we take a step as a -1, then it will definitely go negative. So 5 -1 4, 5 4 -1 3, and 3 -1 2 till to 1. uh, Range 1 to 10, and we can move forward by a 2 increment. So the first element is 1, then 1 3 5 7 9. The same is all the example will be printed. So we have created another list called the numbers, the range here the 0 to 9. As we have seen that the print numbers from the 0 to 8, and the another sequence we have created using the range is 0 to 9, and we take increment of a 2, so it will print the 0 to 4 6 and 8. Now we will discuss how to we can loop over these list. So this is the numbers, the list, the list is initialized from 1 to 5, and we can directly loop over using the for loop. Here the for I in numbers, and we can print I. And we can also update and delete the list, because the list are the mutable. Here mutability means we can modify and change the elements by using the some index, and can refer using the index. So we can modify the list, we can append end of the list, update, delete an elements depending upon our requirements. So this is the another programming output, that we just create a list that contain the 4 7 6 8 9, and we just print a, it will print the 4 to 9. We can just edit and modify the 0 1 2 second number element. That means it will is the a of 2 and replaced by 45. No, the print, it will print 45 instead of a 6. Another we can update the 2 to 5, that means the variable number 2 to 5, 10 11 and 12. So it will update the 0 1 2 3 and 4. So this is the another example for the delete. We can delete here the list the index of a list 3. So here we can remove the 8, 0, 1, 2, 3. Now we can concatenate a two list like the strings. So here the two list A and B, we can just print the A plus B. So the output will be 4 to 3. And the another example, we can repeat the list using the asterisk operator. So it is very simple. We can just A asterisk 2, it will repeat the 2 times. Like 4, 7, 6, 8, 9, again it will be repeated 4, 7, 6, 8, 9. How to member seam in a list? We can use the in operator and in keyword to check that a particular element is exist or not. So simply here we can check that the list is the 47689, and we can create another variable x, that is the value of the 7. So we can just check the x is present in the list or not. Why not in A? So this in and not in operator can be used. It will return the true or false. We can also creating the aliasage of a list. So giving a new name, the aliasing means we can just give a new name to a given list. It will not create a not copy or creating a just list. We can just give a aliasing of. To provide a new name to this list, we can simply use the assignment operator, and here we demonstrate how it will show before the modification. Here the x and y both refer to the same list. That list contain the 10, 20, 30, 40, and 60. And if you modify this, it will both the variable will be updated. Here example that if here is the list that contains 10 to 60. If we create another variable, that is x, and assign a in the x, that means x is a alias of a. So if you print a, it will print the same list, and if you print x also, that means it will also print the same list. If you update the particular elements of a list, that means here we updating the a of 1 first indexing, that when again printing a, it will also aliasing the x. So x and a will be always same. The another variant is we can cloning the list. Cloning a list, that means we can just copy and create a whole list in the memory at another location. So this will the before modification or after modification. Before modification, if cloning, after modification, the different variable will be adjusted. Here how we clone the list. If we create a list a 10 to 60, if another variable is the x, this is also list. If we want to clone the a list to in x, then this is the way we can clone the list a. Here we can print a and x will be same, but if we just update the first list, first in the index number 1, then it will not reflect in the x. As see, we just update the 90 in the a, here is the 20. So there are a number of methods in the list. These methods are the index method, return the first occurrence of a particular given, the index of a first occurrence of x. We can append the elements by using the this method. We can insert at ith index of this x element. We can copy in another. We can copy the entire list. We can append and somehow extend the another list by passing the as a parameter. We can count a particular given elements, the how many times it will repeat an occurrence of a list. We can remove a particular given element. We can also remove the top of the elements like the stakes. We can sort this list. We can reverse all the elements. We can clear delete all the elements from the list. We can it will retain the max element of a list. It will return the minimum elements of a list. We can also a nested list, a list within the another list, also called the nested list. Here the 1 and 2 a list, 3 and 4 another list, 5 and 6 in the another list. So this is the way we can create the nested list. This is the example. I also prepare a assignment. We can create a matrix from using this the nested list example. And comprehension of list, this is the another example. Here we can create the list comprehension represent a create a new list from an iterable object that satisfy a given condition. How we create a empty list and for I in range 1 to 11. So just this square list will be append end of the list every time I and I square by 2. So this list will be create uh, 1 4 9 16 and 25. This we can rewritten as this square x square for x in range 1 to 11. So today we stop the class here. Thank you.